Right. Good morning. It is Friday and I'm so happy. I'm so excited to do this today, and I just want to share a little bit about how I started my dance company, Joy Movement, and a little bit more about what it takes to start a dance company in 2018. So we're going to jump right in. I don't think this will be longer than 15 minutes. So that's what I'm putting my timer on. And I hope you'll stay with me. So my name is Alexandra Joy Warren. I am the founding artistic director of Joy Movement Dance Company. I started Joy Movement in 2014. And today, I just want to share a little bit about the behind the scenes of Joy Movement. Sometimes we just go, 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 and we don't stop to reflect on how we got here. So I wanted to share a little bit about that and allow for you all to start asking any questions that you may have. And hopefully something sparks inside of you from this conversation, some questions, some ideas, and maybe even some answers. So it's 2018. We're living in a new era, in my opinion, where I think we really just have more access to tools than we've ever had before. We can reach people around the world faster than we ever have in history. And so I want to talk about how that, opportunity affects dance and affects dance making. So I'm originally from the DC area, and I came to dance a little later than most of my peers. I started dancing when I was 11, and the first place I studied was a place called DC Youth Ensemble with Carol Foster, and I learned a lot. But I still felt always behind. I was able to study at Performing Arts High School because I couldn't afford to take classes outside of school, public school. And I was really excited to dance, but I always felt a little bit timid, and I didn't feel like I could ever be a professional dancer because I didn't start dancing when I was 3, like most of my classmates. So that wasn't on my radar. I didn't even know what that would look like to be a professional dancer. I couldn't wrap my head around it. I didn't know any professional dancers. It didn't seem like something that was a career. So fast forward through college, I still didn't think I was going to be a dancer, even though I studied it every day. I was pre-med, and I was pretty sure that I was going to be a doctor focusing on sports medicine. But I decided to take a U-turn or maybe just a shift, toward the end of my undergrad, and decided to apply for graduate school. So I did that, and I got my MFA in dance, and I moved to New York City. And in New York, I got the chance to perform with Crystal Brown, Paloma and Patricia McGregor, Maxine Montalus, Sydney Mosley, and I even got the chance to work in theater with Bill T. Jones as he was developing the musical Fela. I worked with a lot of great people, and I was able to learn so much from those people while I was working there. By that time, I realized that, my husband and I, we had both creative careers. And when we added a baby girl to that picture, we realized we just didn't have enough support to be able to continue making that work in New York. So we decided to take a leap of faith and move to the city where I received my MFA, which is in Greensboro, North Carolina at UNCG. So at first, I was a little salty, to be honest. I was surrendered, but I really didn't think that I would be able to sustain the type of career that I had in New York and Greensboro. And I knew it was an amazing city to raise a family. It's very diverse, but it's not New York. I loved Brooklyn. Um, I grew to love Harlem because that's where my husband is from. And even our last apartment in the Bronx near Yankee Stadium was tolerable. But I was a new mother in a new city trying to figure out how to keep doing what I loved. And I was so fortunate to be invited to be in rehearsals with choreographers like Wesley Williams, and I was even paid to be a guest artist in rehearsals, and then getting to perform with Jan Van Dyke's company in the last years of her life. And Jan, who I'll talk about a little bit more later, wrote me an amazing email one day after our performance, just reminding me that she really saw that I had a gift. And even though I was trying to find a way to work and make money and sustain my family, she really wanted to remind me that I have a gift and I need to use it. I didn't really understand what to do with that. But in April 2014, after being here for 1 year, I realized I wanted to start my own company. And so I made a flyer and I asked people to come to an audition that I was forming called Joy Movement, a company called Joy Movement. So I was surprised at who showed up. Um, all young Black women showed up in Greensboro. Greensboro is a diversity in North Carolina, and I was always imagining that my dance company would reflect the diversity that was here. But I was so grateful for the amazing women who decided to put my faith in me and to see what we would create together. And I really wanted to make work that infused social justice and activism. And I was just burning up inside after seeing the trial of George Zimmerman, who killed Trayvon Martin. And I really felt like I needed to find a way to express the feelings that I had. I felt like if it was either make dance or take to the streets and start burning some stuff up. So I decided to go to a workshop in DC called Liz Lerman's Dance Exchange Summer Institute. And that helped me to figure out how to translate my complex ideas into movement. And in October of that year, 2014, we had our first performance. We were still working on this piece called Stand Your Ground, and it was still developing, but I decided to apply to some festivals with work that I had made in New York. And we got in. And not only did we get in, but they asked us to perform two pieces. So with only about 5 weeks, I had to teach 2 10-minute dances to my new company and perform them. And we made our debut in Durham, North Carolina. After taking pretty much every opportunity that we could for 2 years, our third season, we applied some strategic planning to the mix. And this was really helpful because it helped me to make better decisions about where to perform and what to do. It's really hard to navigate, finding the money to even apply to some festivals to get there. It was a lot. And so it was really difficult for me to figure that out. But, through trial and error, one of our biggest opportunities came in to us last summer when we were invited to perform at the opening night of American Dance Festival. And I'm pretty sure that not even Emmanuel, aka Showtime, who was the dancer who performed the solo, really understood how big of an opportunity it was to perform in a major venue with some of the world's most talented dancers and choreographers and teachers in front of the mayor of Durham and all kinds of people who pour their time, energy, and funding into dance in North Carolina. 4 years later, I'm inspired more than ever to keep pushing, to be more innovative, and to take bigger risks. We are living in a time of great opportunity. We have more access to tools, and creativity is our greatest asset. I am so grateful for all the gems of knowledge that have been dropped to me along my journey. I think as artists, we've evolved from the space of hoarding our resources and our opportunities. We are not in the era of hierarchical leaders who have all the knowledge and you just feel lucky to be in their presence. We are more educated than ever. We have more access than ever to tools that we wouldn't have had before. And we don't have to go at it alone. I share this because sometimes we feel like I have these big ideas and I just don't know how to do it. I remember for years, I wasn't even realizing who were the mentors in my life. I just got the opportunity to be around all these amazing choreographers and all these amazing people. But I wasn't putting all of it together and realizing that by being with them, I was learning so many things. Um, And so after all of that, I realized that I, as much as I've had an experience and training and all the opportunities I've had, I'm not a unicorn. Um, I have worried about, am I famous enough to do this? Am I this? Am I that? And realizing that I don't have to worry about those things. I have learned a lot from other people. And so I developed this 4-week course that is a deep dive into getting your own company started because I really believe that you can make dance where you are. You don't have to move to New York or LA to be a dance maker. Those cities are amazing and have an abundance of resources, but we need dance, high quality, excellent, and thought provoking dance everywhere. Jan Van Dyke, who I mentioned earlier, is a perfect example of that. She studied dance under Merce Cunningham and ended up as a professor of dance in Greensboro decades ago. She could have stopped there, but she created a professional company that's toured the world. In her last years, she had a vision to build a performance space for many generations to come. My daughter, who's now 5, is reaping the benefits of her groundwork. She studies dance at the dance school Jan started, and has already performed twice in the theater that Jan made sure dance would be showcased in the best light. That is why your vision, your stories, and your art needs to be allowed to blossom. In my 4-week course, we'll talk about understanding your magic and finding your artistic voice. You might be really great at choreography, you might not be, but that doesn't mean that you can't collaborate and create a system where your ideas can be realized to their fullest potential. About hiring the best dancers ever and how to know how to choose them, knowing your worth and knowing that you deserve to be able to make your work sustainable for your life. Also, how to make your ideas and everything that you imagine come to life, and how you can establish your brand for years to come. So I'm doing this because I'm truly passionate about community building and sharing resources. I really, really believe that if we lift each other up, then we all benefit. So if you register for my class, you'll also get not only the online materials and all the supplement and the resources, but you'll also get one-on-one opportunity with me to ask questions that you're trying to tackle. So my class, How to Start a Dance Company, will cover all those things. You can sign up for my class through the Joy Movement website under the classes tab or directly at startadancecompany.com. Both of those sites have access to registering for my class. And I really love to hear any questions, concerns, or comments that you might have that you're grappling with, that you're trying to figure out, should I do this? Should I not do this? I remember being told and asked several times, like, do we really need more dance companies? Do we really need more choreographers? And my answer is emphatically yes. Because art, as you already know, is a powerful vehicle for change. You know, when you see a movie that addresses something that's going on that is powerful to you, or makes you cry, or makes you feel more human, we need more artists to be able to share their work and not be held back because they didn't have the right funding, or they didn't have the right resources, or they didn't have the right mentorship. So I'm here to be that. I'm here to be a mentor. I'm here to be a resource. And I really hope that you'll join me on this journey. I really think that educating each other, helping each other is the way that we all grow. So I'm really excited about this. If you have any questions, again, head to joymovement.com or startdancecompany.com and let me guide you. I'll be there for you. Um, Thank you so much for joining me today. And please share this with your community. If you like this video, hit the like button and share it wide and far. And if you are ready to register, just let me know and we can get you a coupon code as well. So thank you so much. Have a great day. Thanks, y'all.